To start off, I'm just going to be putting a foundation concealer base underneath the eyebrow so it has something to stick to before we put the color down and fill it in. Next, I'm going in with a powder to fill in my eyebrows, but you can go ahead and fill in your eyebrows with any product that you regularly use and just fill them into your favorite shape. Now I am just carving out the eyebrow and fixing up any imperfections that I may have made. Any mistakes can be easily cleaned up with some concealer, and I'm just sharpening that edge a little bit with this concealer as well. Next, I'm going to just put down a concealer base on the lid so the shadow has something to stick to. You can use a primer or a concealer for this step. I just prefer concealer because I think it's a little bit stickier and helps the shadow stick a little bit better. So I'm just putting that all over the lid. Now I'm going to take a peach shade and just pack that all over the lid with a packing brush using patting motions, making sure to really get that pigment to stick to the concealer or primer that we have underneath so it's super, super bold and pigmented before we start blending up and out into the crease. Next, I'm just going in with a pencil brush, which is just a little bit more of a detail brush, and using that to help me blend that peach color up and out into the crease. I am taking the boldest parts of this color to the crease, and then we're going to slowly transition it to lighter shades as we go from there. I'm just using windshield wiper motions, circular motions, and patting motions to make sure that I am packing the color on and getting it really bold and pigmented while also blending at the same time. Now I'm just going in with a red shade just to kind of bring a little bit more of a red tone to the very base of that peach. I did not take this all the way up to the crease. I only did it on the very low parts of the lid and then blended it into that peach shade so we had a nice transition from red to peach. And you can always go back with other colors if they aren't as pigmented as you want and maybe they get blended out a little bit too much. You can always go back and pack on more color and then blend out a little bit more. Now I'm just taking an orange tone and starting to blend out that crease a little bit more. This is a very, very light pale orange, and I'm just using that to start buffing out that peach edge that's in the crease so we can start getting a little bit more of a fade to the skin tone. And you can also go in with a white or cream shade on a fluffy brush just to continue to keep blending that out a little bit more. Of course, going back and forth with the orange and peach tones to make sure that they're still popping super, super bold and colorful and pigmented. This look is a lot of back and forth with the colors doing the same windshield wiper, circular, and patting motions until you get the desired effect that you're looking for. First, I'm starting out on the lower lid with a red tone, getting that as close to the lash line as I can. We are going to blend it out with other colors in a second, so get that red really, really close to that lash line. And then we're going to go in with a peach tone just to start transitioning that into the skin a little bit better. And I'm just putting that peach tone a little bit of an overlay over the red and then also beneath so we can start getting that slow fade. Next, I'm just going in with that pencil brush to start blending it out before we go in with our lighter colors and to help those colors kind of meld together a little bit more. I'm just using windshield wiper motions, and now I'm going in with an orange and I'm just blending that peach out a little bit more so we start getting a little bit more of a transitional fade. And then after you get done with the orange, go in with some yellow, and you can even take some of that yellow up into the top since we didn't put some in earlier to add a little bit of yellow as in the transition on the top lid as well. So I'm just blending that together with back and forth windshield wiper motions and then going back and forth the colors until they are as bold and pigmented as I like. You can definitely take that yellow up to the top lid as well, using it as more of a transition tone after the orange to the skin tone. I didn't put it initially, but I decided that it added a little bit more color and poppiness to the look once I did add the yellow on the top as well. So go ahead and use the yellow as a transition shade after the orange on both the top of the eye and the bottom of the eye. And then just blending it all out with a fluffy brush, and of course going back with any colors that aren't as bold as you want them to be and just really making sure that you get that pigmentation down. Next, I'm going into the highlight. I am using a gold highlight here, but you can use any highlight that you have. And I am just putting that underneath the brow bone and also on the inner corner to bring a little bit of brightness and glow to the look. Now I'm going to line my eyes with eyeliner, and I'm just doing a very simple straight black line of liner, nothing too bold or thick. This just kind of helps blend the lashes a little bit better with your natural lashes and makes them look a little bit more full. Go ahead and add mascara and lashes if you think they complement your character, and this look is all done.